Well, I've got my guitar back. Look, it's mended now, just like new. Oh yes, I can play it now. Oh yeah. Oh, lovely. Paul, where's Paul?
Have you finished yet, Johnny?
Yes, I've finished.
Good.
Roll intro. Well, it's another edition of More News from Nowhere. So Paul, where is Paul? Oh, there he is.
Sorry,
There he is.
sorry,
There's Paul.
sorry.
What are
Mm,
you eating?
mm, chocolate.
Is is that my Easter egg you're eating?
Well, anyway, you borrowed my glasses last week, so I'm eating your chocolate pudding.
Honestly. Uh, all right then. I mean, I'm a nice enough guy. You can have my Easter egg then,
Oh,
but
cheers, Johnny.
which means I can have your glasses again. Anyway,
Well, yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
well, we share most things. Anyway,
Steady on.
so anyway, moving on.
Moving on.
Right. So looking at the news recently, I don't know if you've seen Paul about the Kill the Bill protests again in Bristol with the police clashing with them. Did you see that one?
Yeah. So it's about basically the right to be protesting
Mm.
for freedom of speech, and then it feels like the politicians are just trying to stop freedom of speech again. So if anyone's got an opposite version of what the politicians or the media are saying, then it's just silence because the police are just stopping protests. I think
Mm.
that's really a bit. We've been able to protest for centuries,
Yeah.
and now we can't. Why is that?
Yeah. I mean, it's our natural right, isn't it? I mean, to protest against. I mean, they're supposed to be serving us, so we have a right of when we feel they're not serving us to protest about it. That's the dynamic of it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I think it's. I also think they're bringing it in now, and it's a bit of a hoo-ha, is because mainly of the protests against what the government are doing in response to COVID, the lockdowns and everything. I think is the real reason, or at least part of the real reason why they want to bring this in. So that they're making it like it's all protests that they deem that will become disruptive or violent, but they can make it violent if they want. Oh, and we've seen that. I mean, I went to the protest in London and went to Birmingham. I mean, definitely London. I witnessed the police instigating a lot, and a lot of that violence that was happening. They were the ones instigating it. They were the ones, pushing it. So, and it just gets reported in the media the opposite way around. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. So I agree with you there. That's what the bill's there for, really. It's in
Yeah.
freedom of speech. We so
I
I
mean,
agree with the protesters about the bill,
yeah,
obviously.
yeah.
But those protests against the bill, I think, are being used to go against all the protests, especially against the government response, the lockdown, anti-lockdown ones. So yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, like people have been protesting for ages, haven't they? And
Mm,
then it's made bills change.
yeah,
Like, Tiananmen Square. Remember that one that things have changed because of people, Gandhi or whatever.
yeah.
There's been protests in certain different forms, and it's
Mm.
changed worlds, hasn't it?
That's
Mandela.
that's a really good point. It's these kind of protests that do change. Like you say, change of society for the better. Every time there's been a change of society that's benefited humanity, it's come from these small outside sources, protests that have gathered interest and put forward that. If you kill
Yeah,
that, then you've got complete control, haven't you? Pretty
exactly.
much. And these things can't pop through. You've got more control over that. So yes, I agree with that, Paul. It's a good point. Anything else you want to bring up?
Nothing about news, but on a personal note, today I was just sitting on the sofa, as you do, watching
Mm.
TV, and all of a sudden, bump, right on top of my head, a book fell onto my head.
Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, I've only got my shelf to blame.
Oh, I should have known that was coming. Well, a classic Paul joke there to, I think, end the episode. And well, I hope everyone will book themselves in to the next episode. And I hope everyone has them shelves the good of the rest of the Easter holiday. Oh dear. That'll be excellent. So I think we
Today,
better
Jonny.
end it now before any more bad jokes come out. So until next time, it's goodbye from me.
That's goodbye from me.
I'm so